We have with us R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party, Sujata Paul, Spokesperson, Congress. I have Rajat Sethi, political commentator, Ashutosh, author and political analyst. I'd like to begin right now with R.P. Singh. R.P. Singh, the fact is, there are allegations that the leader of opposition has made yesterday. We've had my colleagues who've gone on ground, extensively investigated. There is some amount of credibility in those allegations which need further investigation. The larger question, R.P. Singh, is that why is the Bharatiya Janata Party coming out and defending the EC? Because the sheer reason that there is no debate in Parliament is because EC is an independent constitutional body. It is the EC's job to answer all these questions and dispel all doubts. The BJP shouldn't really come in and defend an organization like the EC when we are not even debating it in Parliament at the back of it being a constitutional figure.
Preeti, thank you for calling for your debate and your daughter. We can't discuss EC matters in the Parliament because EC is a constitutional body, so we can't discuss it in the Parliament. But yes, if you are opposing the SIR in Parliament and are talking about what SIR is doing out when you're holding a press conference or holding your so-called atom bomb, Tutli bomb, dhamaka. So that's what the case is. Let there be SIR wherever it's required. I mean, we are saying that. But again, this is not only matter. I mean, then he should go to Election Commission and file a petition, file a note to the Election Commission saying, yes, we want this to be investigated. Instead of holding a press conference and Election Commission has set a record, please do come and file your whatever discrepancy you have found on oath, and we will investigate that. What's wrong in it? But again, Election Commission has also said today that the statements made are misleading. This is the portal of Election Commission. Twitter handle of Election Commission. Now, I was going through the ChatGPT part of the a person who misleads can be called as liar, misleader, fraud, or fabricator. Let Mr. Rahul Gandhi go to Supreme Court and file a defamation against Election Commission, and this will be proven in the court that Election Commission is wrong, because as per Election Commission, he is either fraud, or he is misleader, or he is a liar, or he is fabricator. I mean, so he should go to the court. But fact is that this is all because he knows that they are badly going to lose the Bihar election. And as I told you earlier, in your next part, I'll show you that video where woman in Bihar has told it on her face that their education system is very good, although he kept provoking her, saying that is English being taught, computers are there. So she said, no, everything is
your
okay.
Time is up, sir. Your fader is going to go down, but I would think that there is a huge difference on what is happening in Bihar with the SIR and what the allegations of the leader of opposition is. A role revision exercise is something I don't think any political party has contested. The SIR in particular, in the manner of which it's conducted, is a question. So they are quite detached from each other. But I'm going to come right back to you. I just want like 5 minutes of patience from all our guests. I'm just joined right now by Jagdeep S. Chokar. He's the founding member of ADR. We're going to speak to him for just 5 minutes. So, just give us that amount of time. Mr. Chokar, appreciate you taking the time out, sir. With the allegations that were made yesterday by the leader of opposition, do you see now it is the onus is now on the Election Commission to at least come out and dispel all these allegations point by point?
That is true. What you say is right. Election Commission, to my mind, in all seriousness, has only two options. One, the first thing that it should do is to investigate what has been said, which, at least on the face of it, prima facie, looks very serious. Rather than standing on formal complaint or affidavit or oath, it should just check whether all what has been said is really correct or it is not correct. If what has been said is found to be not correct, it should present that evidence in public and then take action against Mr. Rahul Gandhi for having said something wrong in public with proof. If there is indeed something wrong, Election Commission should correct that and then correct its systems that such mistakes do not happen in future. And then it should also come out publicly that we have found that there was some truth in these allegations and we have made corrections, and these are the corrections we have made. This is how we have changed or corrected our systems. These are the only two options to my mind. There is no third option. It is not a question of who has said what. The question is what has been said. Is that correct or is that not correct? And the onus of proving that, as you have rightly said, is entirely on the Election Commission.
But Mr. Chokar, in midst of all of this, the EC has also made a point, which is that Rahul Gandhi file an affidavit. Why is it? Because, you've made strong allegations. There clearly is some basis to it. Shouldn't then Rahul Gandhi at least sign that affidavit?
I see no reason for an affidavit. I mean, a man has made a public statement. There are hundreds of people who have seen that happen. You don't need proof or affidavit for that. I mean, if these allegations are incorrect, Election Commission should prove them incorrect and then take action against him. That is when you will have to file an affidavit and do something more. But this is like, I didn't want to use that cliche. It is like shooting the messenger rather than focusing on the message. So to my mind, an affidavit is not necessary. If Election Commission wants to investigate, there is nothing preventing it from investigating. And Election Commission, with due deference to the Election Commission, they can ask anybody to do anything. It is, they can decide whether to investigate or not. They cannot ask somebody for an affidavit. They are not a court of law. And this debate is not happening in the court of law. It is happening in the court of public opinion. It happens in the court because Election Commission on day before yesterday, when there was a hearing of our application for details of the 65 lakh people, the Election Commission lawyer said, this is wrong, this, that, and the other. And the court said, put all this on an affidavit. The right to ask for an affidavit rests with the court of law, not with the Election Commission.
So I'm going to ask you one final question, sir, before we're going to let you go. So it's very clear the point that you're making, that the onus is now on the Election Commission to make a point-by-point rebuttal to what Rahul Gandhi and the leader of opposition has alleged. And then, if proven wrong, take tangible action against the leader of opposition for once again attacking the credibility of a constitutional body, correct?
Not only point-by-point rebuttal, with evidence and with proof.
Fair point, sir. Thank you for make your point.
Rebuttal by saying it is all misleading, it is all baseless, it is not based on facts is not enough. Election Commission has to provide proof which stands public scrutiny. It cannot be the judge, jury, and whatever that expression is, everything by itself. Election Commission has to be prepared to stand before the jury, which is the citizens of the country. That is the answer. If I take it that way, if Rahul Gandhi is wrong, Rahul Gandhi will also lose at the jury, which is the citizens of the country. This is not an issue of one institution deciding it.
All right, so I appreciate you joining us. Thank you, Mr. Chokar, for taking the time out. I also appreciate the patience of our panelists for staying with us through this conversation. I want to go now to Sujata Paul, Congress spokesperson. Sujata Paul, while you had even Mr. Chokar who say you really don't need an affidavit, but if the Election Commission of India is asking the leader of opposition to put, his money where the mouth, is to file an affidavit, sign in on that affidavit, what's the problem in doing so if you're so sure of your allegations and your investigation, ma'am?
Good evening, Preeti, and good evening to my co-panelists and to your audiences. The fact of the matter is that this vote chori has happened, and the BJP spokespersons have become the spokespersons of the ECI. Now, as far as the evidence is concerned, that evidence obviously is before the world to see. And I've heard that probably it is being submitted by the leader who lost in Bengaluru Central in the Lok Sabha elections. So concrete evidence has been presented to the country, to the world, that in the world's largest democracy, there is vote chori happening. So instead of whataboutery, the Election Commission of India now needs to get itself in the right by telling us why it did so much of wrong. Why is it that they are not being able to provide a rebuttal to every single question, question by question, point by point on the issues raised by Rahul Gandhi ji? Also, my leader Rahul Gandhi ji has put forward the allegations with evidences. So these are not mere allegations. This is the truth. And if the ECI had to say that this was wrong, they would have said it by now. Why is it that they are only, insistent on the affidavit, not on the facts? This clearly shows that they are on the back foot and they have no answers because they have been colluding with the BJP, and this is the reason why the BJP spokespersons are so eager today, and every BJP leader is attacking my leader Rahul Gandhi because they have no answers to the questions raised by him. Why is it that your reporters are bringing proof? This is what the work of reporters is, to find out the truth of the matter. If we made some allegations without proof, your reporter wouldn't have shown that, the one that you've shown where they've gone to that Bengaluru house where 80 people were living, and there is just one delivery man.
Okay, ma'am, your fader is going to go down on its own, and I'll come back to you on this. Rajat Sethi, I want to bring you in the sheer fact, these were allegations that were made by Rahul Gandhi yesterday. We sent out teams of reporters to try and investigate. Prima facie, there seemed to be some amount of credibility in the charges, which definitely warrants a deeper investigation. The larger question, Rajat, is the fact that the Election Commission of India is a constitutional body. Should the Bharatiya Janata Party come out in such strong defense of charges that are against a constitutional body when that is the premise, it's not holding a debate on SIR in Parliament?
I don't think BJP, again, I'm not the spokesperson of the BJP, but I don't think BJP is trying to comment on behalf of the Election Commission. BJP is commenting on the political comment made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, where he says that all the elections have been stolen by the BJP. And BJP is in its full right to actually retort to that. That, in spite of... So, in fact, it is quite funny. I was looking at some of the assertions made by Rahul Gandhi in his opening slide itself. And he says that, it has never happened that any party has beaten anti-incumbency so many times. And he was making those supposition-based arguments. I mean, look at his own family. His own family was holding on to power for 2-3 decades non-stop. I mean, his own argument falls flat with the evidence which comes from his own party ruling for almost 50 years, and maximum years of those were by a single party rule. Again, let's not go into that. Let's specifically stick to what he said. And BJP is well within its right to contest what Rahul Gandhi is making political assertions. Now, Election Commission has come out and said that, see, this is not the first time we are receiving these complaints. Kamal Nath's case was a serious complaint in 2018, which went up all the way up to Supreme Court. And they are saying that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is a repeat, so he's carrying that repeat negative message over and over again. And this is why we want to put in some kind of a seriousness behind the Election Commission putting in the taxpayer amount money into investigating something. There has to be a degree of seriousness, because otherwise these claims of assertions went all the way up to Supreme Court and were settled. There is a fixed procedure. In fact, some of the fraudulent claims that Rahul Gandhi is claiming today, those voters are coming out and putting pictures that, see, we have an epic card and we are not fraud voters. So, it is not like Mr. Rahul Gandhi is the Lord here and his whatever statement he makes is the gospel truth. It is not the case. He's made an assertion that so many voters are fraudulent voters. Now, if people are themselves coming up, so it is not a settled affair where you are claiming that this is a fraud voter list or something on those lines. This has to be contested.
Okay. Had to be contested, but also definitely has to be investigated, because there is some amount of truth to that. And that's the larger question, I think, that beckons to be answered. I want to bring in Ashutosh into this conversation. Ashutosh, everything has come down to also what the EC, the press conference that the EC held today, is if the leader of opposition is so sure of his assertion and his allegations, sign that affidavit. Why not sign the affidavit and say we've done it?
See, Preeti, for the last 24 hours, whatever has happened, I'm not a believer in the conspiracy theories, but now I'm slowly and definitely I'm started believing that there might be a conspiracy, and that kind of conspiracy must have been used to manipulate the elections. Because the way the BJP is vehemently defending, there is no reason for the BJP to come out openly and defend it. There's no reason, because the case is between the Election Commission and the Congress party. And the way Election Commission is finding one alibi after another alibi not to investigate the matters. Till now, the BJP and the Election Commission has been saying that Rahul Gandhi is in a habit of accusing and disappearing. And when the defamation case is lodged, he's asking for forgiveness. Now the issue is Rahul Gandhi has come out with solid proof. Now the proof is there. So Election Commission is saying, I will not investigate. You give me a affidavit, written affidavit. It's something like this: a murder happens in my area, but the police is saying, unless you give me an affidavit in writing, only then I'll come and investigate. This has never happened. This is so brazen, and this is so arrogant, and that is why I am getting more convinced that is there a conspiracy to manipulate elections. Why BJP is defending Election Commission, and why Election Commission is not coming out openly and investigating. Look at the Election Commission's conduct when in Bihar. The reporters were exposing the weaknesses in the system. FIR were lodged against them. Reporters were threatened, they will put you behind the bar. Why so? Reporters' job is to put things in before in the public domain. If the reporters are doing that, FIR is being lodged against them. Now, that is why I'm little worried today that what is happening to the whole electoral process. Is BJP defending electoral process? Is it because there is some kind of a connivance? I don't want to believe into this. But since the event which has unfolded in the last 24 hours, it is forcing me to have a serious doubt.
All right, I want to go back to RP Singh as well now. Mr. Singh, there are multiple questions, which arise. Number one, the fact is the Election Commission's credibility is at an all-time low. It's not something that I'm just saying offhand. I'm actually looking at 4-5 surveys conducted over the last 3 years by different bodies. And it does seem to suggest that there are questions where the Election Commission's functioning is concerned. The Election Commission should, would you not reckon, come out and clear all? Number one, why are we assuming that whatever has taken place is for the benefit of the Bharatiya Janata Party? You could very well been at 370 mark, possible. So why are we anyway, somewhere down the line assuming that this is counterproductive to a particular party and helped the BJP? Number one, there are also questions, Mr. Singh, which have been raised regarding the EC's decision to limit CC2 footage retention in polling booths to just 45 days. It's a matter which is in court and the EC has to answer on that. So there are multiple points to all of it.
First, Preeti, I really don't know what survey you are talking about or what feedbacks you are talking about.
I can give you the source, sir, but you make your point. Please, you have to.
No, but I'll appreciate. You're sitting on India Today debate, and then I'll appreciate. Show me one survey of India Today which says the Election Commission credibility is very low. I seriously doubt there is one. But yes, you can.
Sir, we do a PSC and we do a mood of the nation, but I'll give you the figures later, but you must complete. I'll give you 30 more seconds because I've interrupted.
No, you give me 5 seconds, even it doesn't matter. But Preeti, issue is, Ashutosh was just now questioning Election Commission. Mr. Chokar was questioning Election Commission. Oh, that Election Commission should answer. Tomorrow I say, Ashutosh, I saw Ashutosh stealing money from someone. And let Ashutosh defend himself. I'm saying so. I saw him stealing money. So will he go and say, no, I have to prove it. I have to file an application. I have to file an affidavit for that. Or he can put a case against me. Or he can go to court against me. Tomorrow I can say that I saw you doing something which is illegal. But that's not how the system functions. But coming to the point, I'm shocked. Ashutosh saying BJP, we never defended the Election Commission. I just now told you Election Commission is on record saying that all these are misleading statements. Please, I would have appreciated if you would have gone through the Election Commission's Twitter handle. It's clearly saying that. And if it is saying so, then let's put it other way around. Let Mr. Rahul Gandhi go and file a case against Election Commission saying that they are defaming me. That much at least we expected from leader of opposition. But again, because I told you there's a video which I must show you because that will probably answer your question also and answer the question of the ladies sitting here. And give me a second. Here it is.
कैसा स्कूल है? प्राइवेट स्कूल है, सरकारी है? सरकारी है। उसमें पढ़ाई अच्छी होती है?
मतलब अब तो इंटर में चले, सरकारी में पहले से बहुत अच्छी बेहतर है।
हाँ,
पहले से बेहतर है।
क्या क्या सीखते हैं उसमें?
उसमें कंप्यूटर भी है लोगों के लिए, और कंप्यूटर है, और उसको उनको किताब भी मिलता है, और साइकिल का पैसा मिलता है।
अंग्रेजी?
हाँ,
अंग्रेजी सीखते हैं?
अंग्रेजी भी पढ़ाया जाता है।
This is the real reason that he knows that he is going to lose the election.
So you can finish. You can get 10 more seconds. I'm not understanding what video you were trying to show, but you have 10 more minutes. 10 seconds. Make
The
your point.
video categorically showed that he went on the ground and he was told by a woman in the village side that yes, the education is good in Bihar. We get cycle also. Our children have computer access also. They learn English also. Schools are doing much
So
better
you're saying
now.
that's the reason why he's making these allegations?
All yes, because he knows that how to cover up.
But sir,
How
you know,
to
I'll tell
cover
you
up
what
for
we have.
coming election.
Okay,
Give me
I'm
a
going to go
second
to.
now.
So, make your point.
How to cover up now. And they never raised a question when 22 lakh voters were deleted from Telangana. Not a single question was there. Rather, Mr. Ravindra Reddy was appreciating the deletion of vote in Telangana. So it is all being cooked up for a cover-up
Okay.
of the
But sir, the
elections which are
fact
going to
is
go
there
to
are
lose.
allegations with proof or alleged proof that the Congress says it has, right? Which we have sent out reporters. We found credible amount, at least which tantamounts to a detailed investigation that needs to be carried out. So also on your point of why are we questioning the EC, there's nobody above questioning in this country. So you yourself know we are a democracy and you wanted to know what survey. The CSDS Lokniti 2024 survey on the Election Commission detailed how the credibility of the EC is being eroded. I would reckon it's one of the most trustworthy surveys in the country. So many times you quoted back to me. But I'll come back to you. I'm going to give all the other guests 2 minutes. Sujata Paul, once again, I'll come down to that same question that I've asked you before. These are closing comments of all of you. You have 2 minutes. If you're so sure of your allegations, sign that affidavit. Push the EC for an investigation.
The EC needs to push itself. And you've heard the BJP spokesperson. The only thing that they have in mind are the elections, and this time the Bihar elections. But the EC has cooked up this khichdi. And this khichdi is now for everyone to see. And the constitutional body should not be questioned is the only argument that the BJP has. The fact of the matter is in the SIR Bihar, we have seen that Donald Trump's name is there, a Ram, son of Dashrath, Kaushalya from Khagadia is there, there is an animal also. So the questions will be raised as to how come this is happening. It is the responsibility of the EC. If it is a constitutional body responsible for conducting elections, they are bound to answer all questions, to make the system transparent, which they are not doing. Another very important thing is this whataboutery is not going to be answered in the case of the questions raised by the former media advisor to the Manipur government. Attack RG all you want, but the questions of RG need to be answered. Recently in Uttarakhand, we had the municipal elections, after that the panchayat elections. Now openly people are asking questions. The media is putting it up on social media and saying how come there are a whole lot of vehicles going to villages to vote, and we are realizing that there are floating voters who are moving from one place to another. And what Rahul Gandhi ji has said about the voter Chori in Karnataka has credible proof. If it is not credible, let the election commission come forward and take action. What action does it want to take? Let them take it.
Okay. Rajat Sethi, final comments.
Preeti ji, this is how you basically pick constitutional institutions and pour acid at the roots of it to erode public trust onto it so that people stop believing in our election system. This is the most sinister thing that you can do, while on one hand you're carrying the constitutional book in your hand and the other hand you're carrying a bottle of acid. This is what is happening. If you are serious, and by the way, the similar allegations happened in Madhya Pradesh, as I was mentioning. They said that similar photographs of 36 people, same photograph is there. And Election Commission said that you're looking at a privately downloaded list, which is not even the accurate list. And this went all the way up and was settled, therefore, by the Supreme Court, where the Supreme Court said, please be serious in your accusations. And this is all what the Election Commission is saying. Today, I'll tell you, Preeti ji, if you, as a voter, if I have an EPIC ID and an EPIC number at one location, if I have to go and register for another voter ID or another location in the same assembly, I can do that. The assertion has to be made by me. I make an acknowledgement that yes, I don't have an existing epic. This is the reason, in order to remove all of the confusion, you ought to link it with Aadhaar or some government document which can be digitally, sort of secured and can be digitally established that there are no two IDs of one guy. Or one person shouldn't have two epic IDs, and I think this is where Election Commission should go. But you know who throttled this basic thing? It was Congress Party. Congress Party said that you cannot link voter ID and Aadhaar numbers. Why? Can they prove? Can you explain the reasoning behind it? No, you cannot. You want to make allegations, and today you want to say that, okay, I made the allegations and those are tantamount to truth. It doesn't happen like that. You need to go and take it to the reasonable levels. Even if you go make an assertion in the courts, you need to file affidavits. But otherwise, even court is not going to entertain your petitions. So go through the process. There are established paths to do it. You are not somebody special, born with a silver spoon or the Maharaja of this country. If you will get a separate treatment, then what I am going to get? You are eating away my 10 seconds, Preeti ji, by constantly.
I don't have the time, I know. I'm going to take 10 seconds off from Ashutosh as well. But Ashutosh, your time starts now. 10 seconds less, sir. Go ahead.
See, Preeti, the whole affair is really very murky. And there are the serious reason to doubt. Now, let's go back a little bit in the past. Supreme Court asked Election Commission, Supreme Court asked government to change the law. That selection of the Election Commission should be on a different parameters. They want the Chief Justice of India into that selection process. Government comes out and changes that rules. Haryana High Court asked that you provide footage, a CCTV footage. Government comes and changes the law. Now the issue is, earlier the footage could be restored for a longer period of time. Now the EC is saying we'll remove those in 45 days. Now why you need to do this? In an open and free democracy, if people are asking for data, you provide data. We are living in an age of data. You provide those data. You provide those CCTV footage. You provide the footage so that the accusations which are made against Election Commission and the BJP should be proved. Whether these accusations are true or false. Now the issue is Rahul Gandhi has raised an issue. You get an investigation done. If investigation then Rahul Gandhi is proved wrong, his political career will be over. But if he's right, then what will happen?
Okay, we are going to leave it at that. I appreciate all four of you for joining us.